So we are recording the meeting. This is the Community Preservation Committee meeting for August 21st, 2024. I have agendas on my computer at home. Shoot.
Oh, do you need a?
That's right, I'll pull it up here. First thing was news and mail. I don't think we had any mail. And I don't have any news. I'll just do that during the member updates. I have my notes. I'm gonna pull up an agenda here. Does anyone have any member updates? Exciting. So, I was going to report on. We did have Mitt and Andrew and Bartlett and I all were at the meeting last night. The Clean Lakes Committee stakeholders meeting, I guess they were calling it, and it was interesting. It was. Conservation Commission was there, the Select Board, Clean Lakes Committee, Water Commissioners, FinCom, CPC, and the Clean Lakes Committee was in front doing a little presentation kind of about what the Clean Lakes Committee is, because like they said, people haven't really heard about them, but now they're in the forefront of everything. So just like us. So really I guess the impetus for the meeting was how do they fund? They've lost their funding from the cell tower.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you all discussed this before, but I thought the cell tower was solely set aside for water, or for, open space or whatever.
Yeah, I think the state made some kind of a ruling that that can't be done that way.
I thought the town was going to find a legal way or alternative to that.
Yeah, so there were always historically, there was a tower for water projects, water revenue essentially, and then one for open space. And yeah, where we kind of got in trouble with DOR was that we couldn't have the specialized accounts where the money was going. So we're still kind of working on that as far as I know now, but yeah.
And I think the problem is the money from the spec pond one goes into the water department, but they have to use it for activities specifically of the water department. So they can't, like, even to give it to Clean Lakes is like diverting it away from the purpose or something like that. I remember at one of the meetings. So they don't have that, and it's only a fraction of what they would need anyways, like half for 1 year. So the water department has been kind of funding them, but they need more money now. So what they were hoping to do, the water department had required, the commissioners had requested that they be part of the budget process. So that was part of what they were trying to do, but I kind of heard that we probably shouldn't bank on that they probably will be looking for other funding sources, grants, or community preservation. So we should be prepared to hear projects from them. And, one of the things we're thinking of is like maintenance, when does it become maintenance? But that we know is, CPA is a gray area. You can pretty much.
You sent us those definitions in one of your minutes, maintenance versus capital projects or whatever. So that will be helpful.
So like the eco harvesting, they do it once to get rid of it, but the next time they do it, how many times can you say, well, it's a one-time thing before it becomes maintenance? And I guess that's kind of the thing we'll have to weigh.
Yeah, and you could argue too that it's ongoing efforts to preserve the water body by eliminating the invasives that threaten native species and the overall ecosystem there. But yeah,
it's all how you word it. So what Jim Dugan, the TA, wanted them to do was come up with a 3-year plan. So they did come up with a budget. It's really rough. But I think Fred sent me a little note, and over 5 years, they're going to be looking for like $623,000. And that's probably what they're going to be looking at us for. So
The
that's
whole
a
amount?
lot of money.
It's more than even housing has.
Right.
It's not, though.
No.
I didn't think so.
I was gonna say Bartlett.
Oh,
Well,
it's
they
a
sounded
lot.
like they've squirreled away some money too. Did you catch that?
Yeah,
So
right.
they do have some.
That they had been saving what they hadn't spent from the years that they were collecting from the water tower.
Ah.
So they do have a little.
So did anybody at this meeting come up with other possible funding sources? No,
Mentioned possibly grants.
and that's always tough.
Grants are tough.
So CPC is like the only one that's been identified
We're gonna be seeing some creative applications.
from about this, you're saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what I'd like to do, I think, what's his Dave
DeBar?
Barr had mentioned that Westford kind of has cut off some of their funding, their
Mhm.
seed, remember? like,
Yeah, I
those
do
meetings?
remember.
So I thought maybe I'll email Westford to find out why. Not that we would, use that as an excuse, but I'm just kind of curious
Yes.
what they came up with.
Right.
Why they decided that, so. Yes, so they were just talking, because there's so many budget challenges coming up with, Shaker Lane coming on, that they're already operating in a deficit, so whether they can come up with any extra money for Clean Lakes will be a stretch. So that's what we have to look forward to. I did hear from John Folsom, the eco harvesting has started on Forge Pond this week, Mud Waukee. And next week they'll be down to Long Lake removing those floating islands.
Oh, perfect.
So that's going on now. And they also had mentioned that Long Lake has had very little invasive aquatic growth this year compared to Mattawanakee and Speck Pond. I guess it's been kind of calm, so that's
We
a
like that.
good thing. We like that. So that was really all I had for updates. Like I say, we'll hear more in the future. Next on the list is the coalition invoice. We got the invoice. It was $17.50, same as last year.
I do have the paper version in the office if we need
You
it.
know, just,
You do the what?
I've got that paper
Oh.
version of it.
yeah, I printed it and I think I forgot it. I mean, we're all veterans here. I think the coalitions are worthwhile. I've leaned on Stuart a few times this year.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's worth it. What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
Well worth
Mitt,
it,
you
yeah.
think it's worth it? Coalition dues?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mitt,
he's
you're
on,
Okay.
he's on mute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thumbs
so
up.
should we vote on it?
Yeah,
Or-
so I think we should, I would like
Right.
to.
Shall I make a motion we pay the invoice to community preservation people in Boston?
Coalition.
And it's for
$17.50.
1750. I'll second.
Second. We'll do a roll call because we have a remote. Andrew,
Aye.
Bartlett,
Aye.
Linda,
Aye.
Carolyn is an aye, Mitt. Thumbs up.
Yes, this is Mitt. I'm a yes.
Thank you. Perfect.
Further, just to catch up with the minutes, can you, the camera shoots around from person to person, so I'm not sure who was all there. Carolyn, you were here.
Yeah. And
And
Linda
I'll put this in the
Stein.
minutes for our roll call, whoever voted. It was unanimous, right?
Yeah.
I see Bartlett and Linda. Who else is there?
Andrew Smarko.
Andrew's
Hiding
not
in the
beach.
shadows.
All right.
And that's
is
it.
that-
No one else is here.
Okay, good. I was the quorum maker. Oh my gosh, I'm so
Yeah,
embarrassed.
you are.
So keep going. You're
Oh,
doing
yeah.
great.
Yes.
Not
Um,
to worry, Mitt, not to worry.
So we moved and voted, and the second was, I have Andrew as the second. Thank you. You can go ahead.
The next item is just the FY 25 budget, just because I always put it on there so we can talk about it, but I haven't heard anyone with projects at Clean Lakes. The tennis courts.
Oh, yeah.
They're meeting so the thing right now with the tennis courts is they're waiting to hear where Shaker Lane is gonna go. Whether it will be moved over next to the middle school or if it's gonna stay where it is and be built, either renovated or rebuilt in the back. I think what they're leaning toward though is to move Shaker Lane back, put like 3 playing fields in the front of that. And then leave the middle school alone. So Alicia, I would talk to Alicia last night and she was saying it's, you know, they've got like 6 things that all have to like pivot at the same time. But they want to get the tennis court project revoted. I think they just want to change the location. And they've got someone else besides the people that did the last one, because that didn't work out, obviously. You know, they gave us a plan and then it didn't work. So it's kind of disappointing. So I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna try to get a plan for, you know, if you're looking at the middle school on the right-hand side, there's that flat section
Oh, yeah.
that they have like, oh, they had the
It's kind of like a little field, right?
yeah, it looks like it's not even big enough to be a football field, but I think they're gonna want to try to put the tennis courts there, hoping that it's a little cheaper because it is so flat. And
Oh,
I think they can fit that and then one little field in the back. I don't know, the way they fit stuff in, it never looks like it's gonna be big enough. But I think that's the new plan. So they're getting someone else to do the engineering. They want to put it through for
I was
October.
gonna ask you that.
oh,
So we may have to,
it's gonna be a tight.
it's gonna be really tight and, but the town is gonna push it. We know it is. So we may end up having to have another meeting. The warrant closes on September 14th. Our meeting wouldn't be until after that. But maybe they put a placeholder in and then we vote it after. So I'm sure we'll be talking. Alicia said she would update me whenever they get something. So they were kind of waiting for the vote tonight while they're at their meeting. So I don't know.
A lot of moving pieces. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, when she was talking about it last night, I think there's like 5 fields involved that are all kind of contingent on what happens, so.
Mm.
So we will have to, I think, just rearrange. I think the money won't be any different, but
Mhm.
I don't know do we want them to rewrite the whole thing or amend it?
Oh, I mean, it depends on how substantial I would think that the changes are. I mean,
I think it would be completely different.
yeah, because I mean, I'm sure the surface area is going to be a little different in different sites, maybe different materials depending on, yeah, they might have to.
And I'll have to ask finance, like, what do we do? Do we undo what we did and then they redo it?
Yeah, I mean, because it's already been, wait, no, was that approved?
It was approved, because that was the one that we're borrowing.
Oh,
Yeah, it's half.
yeah. Hmm. Maybe we could vote to amend the project, but then that would have to be reapproved by town meeting anyway, because it's a substantial change. It's not what the voters approved.
Right, exactly.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe they'd have to refile and return the funds previously allocated and then revote it at the fall town meeting, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, like if they've already, would they pull the bond or whatever, do the bond, if that's already in place.
Hmm,
I wouldn't think that they would reverse that and redo that unless they
Yeah.
could just slide it
of the
over.
finance, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good finance question because, I mean, they're gonna have to borrow probably the same amount, if not a little more anyway.
Right.
It's just on our end. I mean, we care about the details of the project, and the money, of course, but.
Well, we gotta do it properly, so.
Yeah.
All right, I'll talk with.
You think the coalition could help answer that question or no? Maybe
I
not,
don't know.
I don't know, maybe not.
Well, maybe. They are pretty knowledgeable.
I can talk to finance and see what they say, and then if we need to,
You know,
ask.
I'm wondering if they would actually sign a note to borrow without a construction contract, and they haven't gotten that far
Good
yet.
point,
Oh, so
So-
maybe,
Okay.
maybe they haven't signed.
maybe
Yeah,
they don't
if they
know.
haven't signed it, then that's
Right.
not a factor.
Right.
Okay. All right, that's good. Don't make me sound like I know what I'm talking about.
I mean, they may have spent some money to do the surveying to figure out
Right.
that they wouldn't fit,
Right, yeah,
but
right,
that's their problem.
Right. I think that would have come up in the first part, but. You know, anyways. All right, so I don't have any other budget stuff. We really haven't heard anything, but Maytown meeting was the big one last time, so I don't have to worry.
The only thing for the end of the fiscal year that I'm gonna try to work on is the frog pond at Long Lake. I do want to get something in the works to do the hardscape through there, the walking path, and to do some invasive plant control. And that will kind of hinge upon that being dredged, and so there's kind of like a couple of different aspects of that are, we love our moving pieces. But that's something that I definitely want to target for the spring. So that'll be kind of like on the radar.
Good. All right.
Just a question about the pond project. Andrew, do you have a sort of verb for it? The frog pond, is it a renovation? Is it a restoration? Is it?
I would say preservation. It will have a recreational aspect because it is a walking path with cobblestones. The water department put in maybe 24 years ago. It's been a long time, but it'll be an open space preservation component for the invasive plant control, and then the hardscape will be recreational. So we'll have to work with Park and Rec on that one. There'll be a lot of moving pieces, still kind of very preliminary, but yeah.
Excellent. Good.
So the code of conduct, I sent that out just, again, I took out that one paragraph that was more select board oriented and then just put in the coalition instead. I know a lot of people are not happy about signing them, but,
Oh, we have to sign them?
well, I think, or we have to approve it.
Oh, we have to approve it.
Yeah, we have to sign it. I don't, one way or the, I don't care. I think it's pretty,
It's pretty much just treat everybody well
Right.
and
Right.
be respectful. I mean, there's nothing crazy.
no, it's nothing like that. We'll have to change our ways or anything. So I don't have a problem. with
Is it
approval.
is it about personal or the conduct of a person or of the committee?
The committee,
And individual members
Right.
too.
Yeah.
right, both, you're right. Treat everybody with respect. That's basically what it is.
No violence.
No violence.
No,
No name
Yeah,
calling.
right,
And to treat your audience with the same respect. I mean, it's pretty much common sense. And like I say, I don't think this committee has had an issue with it. Yet.
We
yet.
we treat everybody
We
nicely.
watch
That's-
Bartlett once in a while. So like I say, I don't mind voting it in. I don't have a problem with it. I don't know.
Do we want to wait?
I'd do what other committees are doing.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe we should wait till more, is that what you just, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe to let more people are here?
I'm just thinking because maybe we just have a basic quorum tonight. Maybe we
Right.
should wait.
Okay,
So we're only really half of the.
I'm fine with that. I did my part, so I don't have to keep
Yeah.
working on it. I'm good with, so we're gonna table that until, full quorum.
But the draft looks good, everybody's saying, so that's great. We have,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I said, it was.
all right, thank you.
The same with the preservation plan. I've been having some issues trying to get it into. I had a friend of mine helping me and she didn't realize that it was double-sided, so she scanned it all just one side, so I had page 3, 5.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
The OCR didn't work too good, and I tried it again myself, and the program I used just, I might as well have retyped the whole thing, so I'm gonna try again to get it into something that I can manipulate. I just didn't leave myself enough time to futz around with it.
So you did not send us a version?
Just a PDF.
I wonder if I
Is
have.
the new version or the old version?
It's the version.
From 2016?
Yeah,
Okay, because I was looking on my computer and that's the only one I
Yeah.
found. I thought she must have sent us something more recent.
no, I think that's the last
Okay.
it's been done.
Yeah, because for some reason I thought I had that in Word.
I don't know, I used some funky free program and it was like, maybe I had it on the wrong language, I don't know.
It probably just didn't work well.
Yeah.
You know, free program.
And the problem is, it's like, it's multiple pages, so like the scanner at the museum used to do it pretty well, but it's been one at a time, I just need to take some time to figure it out.
Again, you might want to go to Staples and say,
Yeah, maybe
deal
do
with
it,
this,
yeah.
do this for me, because it's just so much easier.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's gotta be a way to make a PDF or Word document.
Yeah, it's any kind of OCR scanner, it's just, I gotta find a good one.
I wonder if we have one here.
You're the person to find out.
Hey, I'm on the case.
Put on your to-do list for tomorrow. And I didn't know if we had any thoughts on, if we wanted, ours is very general, do we want specific examples like air? I think I sent out the air ones, because I don't know, I just think that one's a good one. But it's really detailed, and I don't know if we need to really make it detailed, or if I was just feeling ambitious the night I read it.
I haven't looked at the air one, have you?
I haven't seen the air one. I think maybe leaving it less specific might be better. I mean, we have kind of like the types of projects that we're interested in and the guiding documents. But maybe it would be better to be less specific, just so down the road, we're not like, well, this is an apples to apples in terms of like funding certain projects. So it seems like,
Did you have a problem with the generality of ours? Or,
Not really, but after I looked at airs, I thought that's probably what it's supposed to be, but that doesn't mean that we have to do it that
maybe
way.
we should try to look at airs and for the next
Yeah.
meeting.
take a look and
And I think, putting in the open space and recreation plan, I mean, that's got some specifics to it, but whether we want to just attach it or if we want to pull from it, I don't know.
Probably easier to test it.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, I think, I watched one of Stuart's, boot camps and it was all like, say, yay, so I don't know, maybe it's not so.
Why do people have all this time to do all this?
Well,
I mean, we all do tons of volunteer
Yeah.
stuff and,
That's probably part of it too. Like I say, I was feeling ambitious one evening. So I'll try to get that so we can get it out and maybe just dress it up a little bit, update it, at least put a current date on it. Not that anybody has cared since now, but. There's nothing else on that. We don't have any public input. Minutes to approve.
the minutes.
Yeah.
I thought most of them were fine. I just had, a few- and these are not like my usual grammatical or whatever
Mhm.
comments, but I did have just a few,
Okay.
not many, 3 comments.
Which is the first date?
Of my comments
your
or of my
comments.
comments? Oh, what? Oh, I have to log in, sorry. Actually, might not even need to look. April 1st. Oh yeah, maybe this one I want to look at. The April 1st minutes. Towards the end, I have to find it, sorry. Let's see. Here, okay. So towards the end on page 4, the paragraph after the red text
Yes.
where it says Jeff, so we have here that someone moved to amend it, someone seconded it, I think, is that what it says here? But then nowhere does it say we then voted, we had a vote to approve it as a committee.
Oh, which day was this? This was,
Do we need that?
Or one, wait a minute, definitely to amend the, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, well, yes, we do.
I'm sure we did vote for it.
Yes,
But it's not in this
No, and I
paragraph,
probably-
that's all. Just add a sentence
Yep,
if we need it,
that's right.
which we probably do.
Yeah, I had another comment on that same paragraph, that in the last line, it says the transfer will be voted at the November 2023 town meeting. I guess that
meant-
was 2023, wasn't it?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because this was. Yes, because we were amending the minutes from October 23,
Okay,
so that it would have been the November town meeting.
okay, so
That's
it would be
right.
the 2023.
Okay, so forward. Forward. Yes. Jeff Yates. Yeah, actually, I have that, Linda, you seconded and we approved it 7-0.
Yeah, so that just needs to be.
So if I can, yeah, so I can do the amendment.
Wow, you actually have the text. That's impressive. Look how fast you found that.
Oh,
If I ever lost this phone,
Whoa.
I'd be in trouble. 1 second and vote. Okay, so I will add that in.
Then, do you want me to go on?
Yep.
The February 21st minutes
Yep.
on page 2 at the end, there's a hanging phrase there. A dang, what do you call it? Hanging sentence.
Oh.
Anyway,
I was gonna say hanging chad.
a phrase that is not a sentence. I forget what that's called. Says the historical commission also had,
What did you also add?
I don't know, but I think we should just delete
Oh,
it.
did I finish these? Look at that, affordable housing.
There was another page after that.
No, I know,
which-
but-
Which I didn't print because there was only an
Oh.
incomplete sentence on it.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Oh, really? Oh,
Maybe I
really?
didn't finish them,
Yeah, because
Because the next page I have says affordable housing trust.
but there's nothing under
There's
it.
nothing under it, and then there's,
Oh.
no, but then later it says minutes to approve, minutes were approved to the committee before the meeting. Jeff Yates made a motion, so there is something on the next page.
Yeah, but is that from before?
Maybe a page is missing in mine or something.
No.
Oh,
I'm
no,
thinking-
'cause, yeah, I've got the same thing. It says the historical commission also had. Oop. Oh, I don't know.
I mean, if you can find the text, great. If you can, I
Yeah.
can just
Yeah,
delete
or
it.
you could just change whatever's dangling to say something like was discussed, period.
Well, it doesn't even have a topic. There's no subject. All
Oh,
it says is the historical commission also had,
it's
that's it.
not even a bullet or
no,
number. Yeah, delete.
I think delete unless, I imagine you don't have that in your nice notebook there, but we could just delete it.
Historical Commission, Bartlett and Jerry.
Yeah, it might be smart just to look at whatever the agenda was, if the historical commission was mentioned in the agenda specifically.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It wasn't.
Yeah, because I do have a note here that we voted something.
Oh,
I'll have to go back and watch
Okay.
the meeting. Yeah, let's.
sorry.
Let's skip over that.
Yeah. Okay. And then one last one, minor, very minor, June 25th. I think, I don't have it here, but my name wasn't in the list of who's present, but I'm discussed later in the minutes. So you'd probably add my name to who's present. That's it. No more comments. All the rest of the meetings I thought I would approve.
Anything else from anyone else?
No.
All right, so we would have, April 1st with amendment, May 1st, June 25th with amendment, and July 17th.
I make a motion to approve the minutes and some as stated with amendments.
Second,
Andrew,
I.
Bartlett,
I,
Linda,
Aye.
Carolyn is an aye, Mitch,
Aye.
thank you.
Mitt, you're sinking.
All right.
There you go.
But, Wilson, was it Winston from, what was that TV show? Yeah. Tool Time, the Tool Time.
Oh, Wilson with the
Wilson with the
fence.
fence,
And he'd be
yeah.
like, okay, neighbor.
How many sets of minutes was that?
Okay, so are you ready? I'll read these off to you.
It was April 1st.
April 1st with amendments,
Uh-huh,
May 1st,
okay,
6/25 with amendment,
okay.
and 7/17.
And was the May 1st okay, or was that,
No, that was fine. May 1st and 7/17, no amendments to those.
okay, so that looks like 5 sets of minutes?
4, because we're not gonna vote on 2/1 until we get that fixed.
221, right?
221.
2/21. So
Okay,
it's just April, May, June, and July.
okay, thanks.
Okay. Future meeting schedule, our regular scheduled date would be, I think it's September 18th. 7 o'clock. I'll try for 1:03. We'll do hybrid again. Just in case.
You said September 18th?
Yep, September 18th, yeah. Any last minute stuff? Are we all set?
I think we're good.
All right, motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second?
Andrew,
Aye.
Bartlett,
Aye.
Linda,
Aye.
Jones and I, Nick,
Aye.
time 7:52.
That may be the shortest meeting